Hello everyone, welcome to match 3. Our opponent has wished us luck, and to you, smiley face. We're on the play, we are 0-2 in the league, so hopefully the 0-2 bracket is a little bit more favourable. Well, our hand isn't very favourable, I'll tell you that much. We're going to mulligan that, don't have the land to really do anything with that. Oh boy, okay. Our opponent also won the mulligan to 6. I think we mulligan to 5 here. There's just nothing going on with that hand. Okay, that hand's less terrible. We can keep that. We'll ditch 1 land, and we'll ditch... yeah, like Battle Rage, I guess. As much as I want the Battle Rage ATOG combo, the hand doesn't really do anything without Flayer Husk and Springleaf Drum. We can't get to red mana. So we'll get out our Flayer Husk. Oh, this league is just not going well. So we're on the mulligan to 5 in the 0-2 bracket. Oh, and a Thriving Isle. So is this the 4-color deck again? I've never seen that deck before, and suddenly we might end up playing it twice in one league. That would be a strange coincidence. So let's go Springleaf Drum. Let's go red mana. Let's go ATOG. Let's pass the turn, and then watch our ATOG die. It was nice knowing you, ATOG. Cave of Temptation. Interesting. Our opponent off to a very slow start here. Prophetic Prism. Let's see, maybe start drawing a few cards, get ourselves back into this a bit. Okay. Island. Land, I should say. At least gives us the ability to attack him with both creatures and hold up Galvanic Blast, so that's something. So we can get him for 2. Bit of a slow clock, but we'll have to do for now. Still not got a great read on what our opponent's trying to do here. Maybe they'll do something end of turn that will impulse. So is this Tron, maybe? I've not seen any Tron lists running Thriving Isles so far, but maybe Impulse seems to give me the impression this is a Tron deck. If it is, that's kind of good for us. We have a generally good Tron matchup. Okay, main phase, what are they going to do? Impulse again. So they're desperately digging for cards here. It is Tron. Okay, so they have 1 Tron piece. Does mean we're going to have to kill them reasonably quickly. Which obviously our 2 1-power creatures aren't really lending us towards at the moment. Okay, so let's see what we can do here. Our opponent... I will say this is being recorded a couple of days after the banning of Expedition Map, if you are wondering. So our opponent preordains, so that does make Tron that little bit less consistent, which might explain all the blue cantrips and draw spells. Prophetic Prism from our opponent. So our opponent really hasn't done anything in the first 4 turns. It's all setup play so far from our opponent. Ooh, okay, that's a good one for us. Let's get a real clock going here. So let's attack in. No, actually, if we attack in, Galv Blast our opponent to 12, we could do what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Can we just win here? If we Galv Blast our opponent to 12, yeah, we win here. That's good. Okay. Okay, there we go. That's a little bit more like it. Nice turn 5 kill. That's how we like to do stuff. So against this deck, what do we want to do? The one thing I don't want to do is over sideboard. We want the rebukes out. Most of their meaningful things are blue, so we'll bring in the Pyroblast. A lot of the time against Tron, I will bring in Ancient Grudge. I don't think I'm going to do it in this instance. We'll take down one Galv Blast. Yeah, one Galv Blast as well. One Galv Blast or... yeah, let's do that. I don't think in this instance we want to do Ancient Grudge, purely because we've seen a couple of different filtering lands so far. Okay, we can work with this. This isn't terrible. We'll keep that. Opponent also on 7. Okay, Urza's Power Plant. There we go. Let's go Flayer Husk. Okay, so we're gonna aim to not blow up any of our lands for the rest of the league. That's our main aim. Okay, Prism from our opponent. So this is a time when obviously Ancient Grudge would have been nice for us, but you can't have it all, unfortunately. Okay, so we're gonna go Springleaf Drum. We're gonna go Carapace Forger. Get a nice early clock on. Hope our opponent doesn't have natural Tron. If they do, I'm going to be very sad. Impulse from our opponent. Tron is generally a good matchup for us. Probably like a 60-40 matchup. Okay, Thriving Isle naming what color? Black? Green, interesting. Yeah, I'm not really surprised that Tron has gone further into green. Ooh, okay, now we're doing stuff. Okay, so our affinity count is 5, so Mirror Enforcer costs us 2. Play our ATOG from Mirror Enforcer. If they can't stop ATOG, we just win next turn, I think. That's pretty good. We will take that. I haven't actually played Tron since the banning of Expedition Map. This is my first game against it since. So it'll be interesting. It feels slower already. Obviously having to durdle around playing like impulses and thriving lands rather than just going map, crack map, natural Tron on 3, Prism, Moldrifter. You get to do a lot less unfair things, I feel like. Which is good for when we are the opponent of Tron. Okay, draws a card. Bottoms 2 though, that's interesting. And another power plant, so let's see. Okay, so our opponent's Moment's piecing us. Well, that's gross and unfortunate. Okay, so... And Thorcast into 2 lands. Ah, yeah. Doing stuff. Okay. Moment's Peace might just be enough to actually save their bacon here, to be honest. Buys them 2 completely unmolested turns to find Tron and to start stabilizing. There's another power plant. Bonder's Ornament, okay. So yeah, they're going to try to start stabilizing here. They're going to still need to hit Tron to stabilize. They're going to flashback Moment's Peace, okay. Kind of saw that coming. Another land, not great for us. Okay, so pass the turn to our opponent. What have they got for us here? And how much does Bonder's Ornament cost to draw cards at 4 or 5? 4. I mean, obviously, if they hit a tower, then 4 is nothing. If they don't hit a tower, 4 is most of their mana. Please just don't have another Moment's Peace. Okay, Mystical Teachings. for Moment's Peace. Do have enough mana to cast because of Bonder's Ornament. Great. Okay, so they're gonna lock us out of combat for quite a while. Realistically, we might need to draw Fling here to win. We do actually have enough mana and enough artifacts to fling effectively. Okay, top 2 times. That's not good for us. Stonehorn Dignitary. That's unfortunate. Yeah. As much as we had a decent draw, I feel like we're just a little bit too slow here. So unless we draw Fling here, I think we are gonna lose. I mean, this is unfortunate because, again, as with some previous matchups, we've drawn 9 lands in our first 16 cards. It's just a few too many, unfortunately. Okay. We still have Moment's Peace in the bin as well. So I don't think we're ever going to meaningfully be able to attack our opponent again in this game. So I think probably this is going to go to a game 3 quite quickly. I mean, we've been very lucky that up until turn 8, they've not been able to assemble Tron. Mole Drifter evoked, okay. Let's presumably just dig in, unless they're going to ephemerate it, which would be gross. I'd be very sad if they do. They don't, that's good. Okay, another Stonehorn. Okie dokie. Still got Moment's Peace in the bin as well. Okay, another Mirror Enforcer. Doesn't really mean all that much at this point. Let's pop out the graveyards just so I remember they do have Moment's Peace in there somewhere. Yep, we're just a little bit slow. They were able to get their Stonehorn lock online. Prism. Yeah, unfortunately, this is just looking like a very ugly league for us. So Molder, no Mnemonic Wall, okay, that's giving back Moment's Peace, presumably? Yeah, giving back Moment's Peace. Moment's Peace on our upkeep. Got Moment's Peace back in the bin again. Dispel. If they don't leave a lot of mana up, Dispel might be enough to get us there. Ephemerate. Yeah. So they went back and got Impulse. Gonna cast their Impulse. If they get greedy and leave only 3 mana available for Moment's Peace and don't leave counter backup, that's how we might realistically win this. So I think these 2 games have perfectly encapsulated the debate between Fling and Temur Battle Rage. First game, we won purely off the strength of Temur Battle Rage. We were able to kill them really, really quickly before they could stabilize. Ghostly Flicker. What are they flickering? Stonehorn, okay, so we're going to have to try and dispel that, unfortunately. The second game, we wish beyond all doubt that this Temur Battle Rage was in fact a Fling, because we would have just won by now if we could have flung. So it kind of shows, I guess, why you want a bit of a split, but also why each card has their own shortcomings, I guess. Yeah, our opponent just has crazy amounts of mana. Can do whatever they want to us. Okay, are they a Moment's Peace in our upkeep? Yes, they are. Cool. Okay, Navigator's Compass. That does not help us at all. And again, it's a case where they've seen 7 more cards from their deck than we have, which is, again, Probably going to start explaining why we haven't been able to push any further in this game. And our opponent... the hell have they got? It's 8 mana. Mystical Teachings. Okay. Going to get... Mystical Teachings. Okay, cool. Chaining off these Mystical Teachings. Makes sense from our opponent. Now they can cast it. Okay, Mnemonic Wall. Getting back Ghostly Flicker. Yep. Okay, that's the point at which they're just going to lock us out forever. So we're going to concede. Go to game 3. Oh, that was annoying. Okay. So, how do we combat their nonsense? Let's bring Relic in. Take out a Compass. Run it like that. I think we want to... Again, we don't want to over-sideboard. We don't want to over-complicate it and dilute our game plan. We just need a good, fast start. We need a hand with lands in it. We need a hand with lands in it. There we go. There's some lands. Doing it. Doing things. Okay, so we'll keep that. Rather than go to 4 cards, because that would be disgusting. We're never going to cast our Serpent. Ugh. I think we ditch Galvanic Blast. These are our win cons, essentially. So let's go. Great Furnace. Flare Husk. Realistically, Fling is how we win this game. So we can't throw that back. Pyroblast is the best way to start dealing with some of their nonsense. So we also can't throw that back. I don't think Galvanic Blast is actually terribly effective in this matchup. So let's get in for 1. Yeah. I think we've just mulliganed our way out of this game, unfortunately. I feel like we've played reasonably well and just not had the starting hands in this particular matchup. I know in previous matchups we probably haven't played optimally. Okay, so we can get a Mirror Enforcer down, that's something. Let's get a bit of a clock on. Attack for 1. Our opponent nowhere near Tron at the moment, which is good for us. We've got 4-turn clock on here. If they can't begin to do something about our Mirror Enforcer and our Flare Husk. There's a Mine, so they're 1 step closer. Mole Drifter revoked. Okie dokie. Play a Prism. Now we have access to all of our colors, which is good. And we get a redraw. Ooh, okay, so let's go. Do we Thoughtcast this turn? Or do we hold up Pyroblast? That's the question. You know what? No, I think we're going to hold up Pyroblast. I think that's our best bet. I think from now on we need to be holding up Pyroblast mana all the time. We're in a position we should be able to do reasonably well from. We need to stop them from being able to go off. See, if our opponent goes Power Plant here, we're going to be a little bit sad about it. That might be the wrong play, but I think realistically we need to be able to slow them down. Oh, there's the Power Plant. Okie dokie. Impulse from our opponent. Yes, we want to keep them off colored sources and being able to do things effectively. They only have 1 colored source, so they can only essentially cast 1 spell per turn at the moment, which is what we want. Well, now we don't have to worry about Team of Outrage versus Flame because we have them both. So there we go. Okay, so let's Thoughtcast. Find an ATOG. Oh, we did find an ATOG. There we go. I was joking, but okay. We'll find an ATOG. There we go. Find an ATOG. And I think we should be quick enough to beat them now. So let's get in. Do our 5 to our opponent. Take them down to 8. And now we've got Team of Outrage and Fling in hand. Bonder's Ornament, that's not going to get it done. Okay, Hydroblast our ATOG. Gross. Stonehorn Dignitary, well that's annoying. Okay, can we just draw a Galvanic Blast and then blast and fling and win? Is that a thing we can do? Okay. Okay, I think our opponent has again stabilized on us. Preordain from our opponent. Bonder's Ornament from our opponent. And Moment's Peace. Okay. No Moment's Peace from our opponent. That's good for us. Let's get in. And then they're just gonna flicker their dude. Moment's Peace, okay. Yeah, again, I think we're one turn too slow. Yeah, Mystical Teachings, yeah, I think this is the point again where they just start curving out on us. Oh, that's frustrating. We were so close in game 2 and game 3. Oh. But I think, again, we're just going to be a little bit too slow. They've got the 2 Bonder's Ornaments out now, so they can keep drawing cards at their leisure. Okay, Flicker. Yep. Cool. So draw a card, skip a combat phase. Play another Stonehorn, so we skip the next 2 combat phases. Play another Power Plant. Get a Drum. Yeah, and I think we're just going to be continually passing the turn to our opponent while they do more and more gross things to us now, unfortunately. Okay. So, Flashback Mystical Teachings. 4 Mystical Teachings. Play Mystical... Oh no, play Preordain. Okay. Yeah, I just don't think at this point we are going to be able to win. There's an argument to be made that we should have held our ATOG. We left it out there, exposed to Hydroblast. Maybe we should have held it in hand. Okay. I mean, there's still the chance we draw a couple of Galvanic Blasts and just burn our opponent out of the game. We have Fling as well, but I think ultimately we're going to be a little bit slow now. Okay, so Carapace Forger. No, it's not playing anything yet. Let's not play anything yet. Let's go. Do I have a combat phase now? Ooh, I do. There we go. Combat phase. Huzzah. Okie dokie. We will Team Battle Rage our Mirror Enforcer. Make them use their Moment's Peace that we know they have. There, where it is. Yeah, gonna make him use it. Sure, they probably have another one in fairness, but yeah, what can you do? Play a Carapace Forger. hopefully, and pass the turn. So proof, if nothing else, that Tron is not dead in Pauper. It's still alive and kicking my ass. Unfortunately. The mystical teachings at the end of our turn. Looking for another moment's peace, presumably? I would imagine so. Ephemerate. Okay, so they're just gonna flicker off their stone horns, essentially. Gross. Okay, we can actually deal with that. That's not too bad for us. Let's dispel that. Go away. And they have the counterspell? Ah ha ha, they have the dispel as well. Just all the answers from our opponent. Ah. So gross. Okay, so we're effectively never having a combat phase again. Okie dokie. Yeah. Demonic Wall, yeah. And the lock is nearly there. I go and get Ephemerate. Our only meaningful way to win at this point is ATOG. So we need to draw an ATOG when they don't have a means of dealing with it and fling it directly at their stupid face. That's how we win this game. Okay. Ghostly Flicker, okay. Yeah. So they got... Okay, they returned Ghostly Flicker. And the Ghostly Flicker again, presumably, yeah. Get back Ghostly Flicker. Okay, so we have the ATOG. Do they have Hydroblast in hand? Probably. Probably they do. But I feel like we can't really... You know, we could wait all day and they would still probably have it. Yeah, there it is. Okay. I mean, they're always going to leave up blue mana for it. We have 2 more in our deck, so let's just hope we draw another one, but yeah, this is just not our game, unfortunately. Unfortunately, I don't think this is our league. We're looking at 0-3 in the face here. Which is super frustrating. I feel like I have a very good win rate with this in the tournament practice room, but every time I take it into a league, I just kind of get my face stomped in. I guess the step up in opponents is quite high. Going from one to the other. And we've actually played, especially the first 2 opponents I know have multiple trophies. Our previous Affinity opponent I think is on 11 trophies now, so again, a much better player probably than I am. Okay, Ghostly Flicker again. Yeah, so our opponent's just going to keep flickering, keep flickering. Mole Drifter evoked. Gonna Ghostly Flicker it. Gonna Ghostly Flicker it. Ah, yeah. Draw some more cards. Cool. Cool, cool. Yeah, I gotta be reasonably close to scooping here. We have 2 more ATOGs in our deck, so we kind of have to hope to draw one of those, I guess. But... I mean, they're not going to have that many Hydroblasts, so maybe there's a chance. Okay, ditch a moment's peace. Okay, Navigator's Compass does absolutely nothing here for us. Yeah, we're never going to have a combat phase again. Impulse from our opponent. Yeah, basically we're hoping either to stack up a couple of Galvanic Blasts or find another ATOG and fling at our opponent. That's pretty much the hope here. It is a slim hope indeed. Again, it proves the point again. Our opponent has 22 cards left in the library. We have 41. Okay. Swings with Muldrifter. Plays another Muldrifter. Yes. Getting down those drifty boys. Plays another land. Plays Ghostly Flicker on their Mnemonic Wall and their Stonehorn Dignitary. So we have never again are we going to have a combat phase. That much is clear. Our opponent discarding cards to hand size now. So we pass the turn, watch our opponent do some more gross stuff. And hope we can sneak through a couple of burn spells later in the game. That's the plan. Yes. Another Stonehorn. The Prism. And get forward by some Muldrifters. Nope, get sixed by some Muldrifters. Ooh, okay, so we have what we need. We just have to wait for them to tap out. Okay. Ghostly Flicker. Okay. I feel like our opponent's always going to leave up some mana. Okay, we're going to get 8'd here. That's unfortunate. Down to 7. Okay, let's see if our opponent taps out at the end of our turn. Probably not. They seem to be a very competent player, so I don't see why they would. Yeah. Okay, let's just do it. Let's just fire spells at their face, have them counter them, and move on with our day. Make sure I choose the right target. Throw a Mirror Enforcer at them. One time no counter. Come on, you know you don't want to have a counter. Don't have a counter. Don't do it. And Hydro Blast. And we concede. Well, they would have had it anyway. Okay, so on to game 4. 0-3. Not how I wanted my first league back on the channel. But hey, we will see if we can do our best to rescue our record a little bit in game 4.